Hi, this is Ron. You've reached my voicemail. Please leave a message after the tone and I'll get back to you when I can.
Hey Ron, this is Lois. I hope something didn't happen to you or someone in your family. You know, we had an appointment at 3 o'clock today, and I know you're definitely not the kind of person who wouldn't follow through on a commitment you made to make an appointment. So I know something must have happened. So why don't you go ahead and give me a call back? I just want to make sure that you're okay and everything is fine. My phone number is 604-999-99. Again, that number is 604-999-999. Hey, and listen, on this appointment we had, hey, don't worry about it. If it doesn't work out, that's absolutely fine. I just want to know that you're all right.
So basically, on this follow-up call, you're going to take all the pressure off him.
Mm-hmm.
And on that first call, is that the last call, or are you going to do any other follow-up calls following that if you don't reach him on the first call?
It really depends, I think, on the feeling you got for this person at the beginning. If they were kind of like, well, I could probably work with them, but not like someone I really want to work with, I would just next them if they never called me back. In other words, you know, moving on to the next. Mm-hmm. However, if they were someone that I could see some really good potential in, I would give them another try, and I would try them again maybe in a few days.
Yeah, and always keeping that posture of, you know, please call me back. I really want to talk to you. This is really fantastic. You don't want to be doing that begging thing, but keeping the posture of, hey, this may or may not be for you. I am looking for some key people. I'm not going to be hounding you. Give me a call back.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and you could just say, yeah, I think, yeah, that's a good summary.
Well, you know, I know a lot of times when we reach somebody, we have a tendency to want to tell them too much information. I've discovered that in both the initial interview and the follow-up, you didn't try to sell yourself. You didn't try to oversell the company or yourself in that situation. Is that typically how you would do it?
Typically, we keep that posture, that position of that we are business developers, we're business consultants, we are not salespeople. And so our goal is not to convince somebody, twist their arm or anything like that, because we know if we have to do that at this stage, we'll be doing that again and again and again, right? We really are looking for business consultants.
So we don't want to necessarily, I kind of like to use this word, throw up all over them.
That's right, that's right.
And tell them information that maybe they're not necessarily ready to hear yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to just give them possibly a second chance, possibly not,
Yeah.
depending on what you felt the energy was.
Right.
Now, what about your responsibility to call them back within 20 minutes? How strong do you stay to that program?
Absolutely, we try and keep our word, and we try and call them back, because what we're doing is we're setting precedent. We're teaching these people that we mean business, we will do what we say, we are accountable, we are committed, and we respect their time. So we definitely do the best that we can to stay with our appointment. Once in a while you get tied up on the phone with another person, but I always start with that person to say, hey, I'm really sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was tied up on the phone call, and is this time still okay to connect with you? And I give that person that opportunity to say, no, I'm busy now.
So the personal responsibility starts with you.
Absolutely.
And you're expecting them to be there, but that means that you must be accountable for your time as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
So it's real important that when people make a commitment and say they're going to call somebody back, that they do exactly that at the time they said they were going to call them back.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's
And
critical.
you want to follow up, call them back as soon as you can. Don't make it tomorrow or next week or whatever. So you want some sense of urgency, but realistic. Be realistic with your time. I know that for me, time management isn't one of my greatest strengths, so I have to be really aware of what time it is that I'm calling and when will be the next time that I can realistically call them back, and I want to make that commitment based on what I know of my schedule.
And if you are doing a call, a follow-up call will often could take longer than an initial prospecting call. So if you have one of those scheduled in back to back, then you don't want to schedule that next call so close together, because this person may be someone who you want to take all the way and close them and get them through into the company. So you have to allow yourself enough time so that you don't double book yourself or
Right.
that kind of thing.